All right, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what we do and how we help brokerage owners as well as team leaders to hire an average 4 to 5 agents per month using our done-for-you recruiting systems. The new simple automated recruiting system that can be managed in-house by us. So your focus is on talking to more agents, meeting more agents, presenting your value proposition to those agents, picking the ones that you feel like are going to be the right fit for your organization, and then ultimately getting them on board. In this document, I'll reveal a new, simple, automated evergreen recruiting system that we use to hire 300 plus agents to my brokerage. It's called the 3 proven recruiting methods, and it's night and day different from common recruiting methods you're familiar with because of how it's able to systematically attract more agents to your brokerage rather than chasing them, leading to more agent opportunities, more agents joining your brokerage, more transactions, and less work to hire agents at scale. And you'll see it can be managed in-house by us, so you can focus on talking to more of these agents, meeting more agents, presenting your value, and getting them on board. The best part is that you don't have to be tinkering with this or changing the systems as you scale. We use it nonstop to hire over 300 agents in my brokerage, and we're currently helping over 100 clients of ours to do exactly the same thing. My name is Alan Kushmarkov. I'm a real estate brokerage owner. I own one of the fastest growing brokerages in the state of Arizona. I started this brokerage a little bit over 4 years ago during pandemic, and we're using the same exact systems to recruit on average 10 to 15 agents every single month. From brokerage owners in areas as small as Ozarks. Shout out to Billy Bolden, one of our great clients. He's got 350 agents in his multiple listing service, in his MLS. Can you believe this? And he hired 3 agents and they brought 12 listings with them in the first 30 days working with us. To larger markets, 20,000 agents, 50,000 agents, 100,000+ agents. We help brokerage owners to hire an additional 4 to 5 agents to their brokerage every month using our done-for-you recruiting systems. Most of these brokerages result in hiring 30, 50, 60, 70 agents like David Salazar and potentially closing extra 20, 30, 40, 50 transactions per month. I helped to build 100+ brokerage owners over the past year or so, optimizing hundreds of agent value propositions and generating hundreds of qualified agents for our clients. Everything I do for my brokerage and our clients centers around efficiencies. My goal is to generate the most revenue with the least number of team members, complexity, and time required, while still providing the most value to agents and not having to rely on personal production. This reflected in my own brokerage, where we hired 300+ agents in the past few years and did $1 billion in sales value with less than 5 employees, while I had the opportunity to start our agency and education company called Modern Day Brokerage, our mortgage company where we're licensed in 49 states, our title and escrow company, a short-term property management company, and start taking more trips with my family. This is my beautiful family right here. As a matter of fact, yesterday, March 28th, it was my birthday. I turned 46 years old, and we celebrated my birthday in a beautiful steakhouse, Steak 44 in Phoenix, Arizona. This is my company family right here, and I'm so fortunate and so blessed to be surrounded by hardworking individuals that every day show up and make sure they provide the exceptional service and support to our agents. Now, with the recent NAR ruling, we're officially entered into a race to the bottom when it comes to commissions. The recent stats show that there are currently about 100,000+ brokerage owners out there in the country. And get this, guys, 82% of the brokerages have less than 7 agents on the roster. So you have brokerage owners that primarily probably are main producers in a company. All right, they're probably still in charge of admin work. They're in charge of compliance. They're still doing some marketing, and they're finding or trying to find time to consistently attract and recruit agents into their organizations. So clearly, most of them are probably wearing multiple hats and are overwhelmed. Plus, on top of that, with all of this negative news, skepticism is at all-time high of owning a brokerage. Brokerages are offering more for less, and competition is everywhere. And then on top of that, in the last year and a half to 2 years, here's what we have found. Agents are doing less deals. Agents leaving the industry. Agents are looking for better compensation model options. Brokerages that are not consistently recruiting agents are slowly dying. Relying on cold calls, calling agents, getting referrals from other agents, and lowering splits are no longer going to work. I know because I spent 4 years growing my brokerage and have tried all of them. In fact, when I started my brokerage with a handful of agents, I hired a coach, and that coach told me, all right, you do best what you do, which is cold calling for prospects. That's what you do for the agents, which I did, and it worked. But I also realized I did not have 20 or 30 hours to spare in cold calling agents. I was still very busy when it comes to my personal production. I was in charge of compliance. I was in charge of marketing and lead generation. I just did not have those additional 20, 30 hours to consistently get agent appointments. So I'm not saying the method didn't work. It's just I didn't really feel it as a scalable way of growing my brokerage. And to be honest with you, I just did not enjoy the cold calling, chasing agents for a living type of being a business as a brokerage owner. I felt like it was a grind. So this leads to inconsistent recruiting, obviously, because we just don't have the time, we don't have the bandwidth. And because of that, we're not getting in front of agents. And here's kind of like a quick infographic right here, how it's been done in the past, the old way. And this is how we actually do it currently, have been doing for the past 3.5 years. The old way is try to do it yourself, right? Pick up that phone or ask the agent for the referral. And again, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but we are becoming our biggest bottleneck. Not everyone out there is good at cold outreach or cold calling, right? And you can do it here and there, but it's not something you can really do consistently. We also have a lack of clarity when it comes to our value proposition to the agent. I coach clients on a daily basis, our brokerage clients. And with most of them, we sit down during the onboarding process and we help them to refine their ideal agent avatar, and then also the offer that will really resonate with that agent, okay? And most of them, from my experience, do not know who their ideal agent avatar is and what offer to actually offer them, a compelling offer to resonate with them, okay? Also, we don't have 8 to 12 hours in a day to really work in our business. We all have a specific bandwidth in terms of our availability, but more importantly, our energy, okay? And then some of us also have families and commitments outside of our business. And because of that, we get mediocre results. We fail over and over. We feel discouraged, consider quitting or just focusing on our own personal production, and then try to start over again every 6 to 12 months. The new way is done for you recruiting. That's exactly what we do for our clients. We attract agents into your world versus you chasing those agents. You follow the step-by-step system that will teach you on how to meet with these agents, how to present your value proposition to these agents, and ultimately bring those agents on board. This system creates more efficiencies, creates more time for you so you can still focus on personal production. More importantly, it allows you to grow and scale your brokerage much faster, okay? So trying these outdated methods to recruit agents can typically force brokerage owners to rely on current agent production or even start relying on personal production themselves, creating a massive bottleneck in their business. Think about the most successful brokerage names out there, big box brokerages, right? Big box franchisees. They're constantly hiring more agents. This leads to brokerages worth hundreds of millions of dollars. In short, if you really think about it, it all boils down to this equation. The more agents you have, the more opportunity for transactions you get. The more transactions are closed, the more revenue you're going to be able to generate. The more revenue you have now profit, but you also have optionalities. What I mean by that is optionalities, opportunities to hire better staff that will be better equipped to manage your agents and lead your agents, and also to provide better tools and resources to your agents. Our tracking system confirms this. If you look at our sales volume, our revenue, our profit from 2021 to 2022, and then from 2022 to 2023, we had more transactions in 2023 than we had in 2022. And not because our agents were producing more transactions. In fact, most of our agents were probably closing less deals than they did in 2022, is because we hired more agents, right? And this is something to understand, because there are going to be some agents that done 10 transactions that barely closing 5 transactions. There are some agents that did 20 transactions, barely closing 10 transactions. And no matter how many tools and resources do you offer them, no matter how much time you're spending with them and training those agents and trying to get those agents go out there and compete for that business, in most cases, it's not going to work. So what do we do in that situation? So instead of relying and depending on these agents to produce and hopefully one day wake up and smell the coffee and go out there and get that business, what we need to do as brokerage owners or team leaders is to find other agents that will complement and collectively close the same number of transactions that we're looking to get to, okay? Now, the solution isn't personally to sell more homes. I see this quite often, brokerage owners going back and selling more transactions. Yes, maybe that's a stopgap in getting you some of the deals closed and getting the revenue to pay the bills and cover the expenses. But ultimately, if you're looking to build a business, grow that business, scale that business, it has to be done through people, it has to be done through systems, as well as the capital. And this is where we come in with the 3 proven recruiting models. These are the 3 recruiting proven models that we have implemented in my brokerage, and these the same recruiting models that we use right now with 100+ clients that we work with, where every single month, on average, they bring 4 to 5 agents a month. Job posts, events and classes, as well as social media lead gen, okay? Now, you see, it's the new kind of recruiting that thrives in today's real estate market. One that relies more on systems and marketing than just people doing the cold calling. And one that can be managed by us, so you can focus more time on personal production, if that's what you want to do. You can focus more time on talking to these agents. I'm talking about getting enough at-bats at the plate, meeting more agents in person, presenting your core values, and getting them onboarded. Since deploying the 3 proven recruiting models in my brokerage, I reduced the amount of time spent on recruiting, increased my agent count month after month, and ultimately got back my time so I can focus on bigger and better things when it comes to my brokerage and other vertical businesses that I own. The 3 proven recruiting model systematically hire us 5 to 10 agents a month that leads to more agent opportunities, which leads to higher quality agents joining your brokerage. More agents are ready to join your brokerage, even if this is a competitive market. Let me show you how it works. So by now, you should understand how the 3 proven recruiting models are so effective at systemizing and attracting more qualified agents to join your brokerage, especially in today's economy. And that's why today we're offering to deploy the entire 3 proven recruiting models in your brokerage, done for you. Let me explain why I believe these models to be the absolute most effective and streamlined method for agent recruiting at scale. It creates a competitive edge around your business. More and more of big box brokerages are simply offering more tools, more training, more widgets, and creating a race to the bottom for the average broker owner. And why shouldn't they, if you really think about it? If they're closing hundreds, if not even thousands of transactions every single month, they have the ability to offer more for less and still have consistent revenue and profit. Let's face it. Well, I'm sure you would like to offer more for less, but if you don't have agents joining you and you're not closing more transactions, you're setting up your brokerage for failure. But if you deploy these recruiting systems, you create a moat that most brokerages can't copy, allowing you to start offering more as you scale and increase your transactions month after month. No longer worried about big box brokerage taking the market share from you. Just consistent increase in agent hires and an increase in number of transactions. It's what allowed Eric Rubin, our client from Boston, Massachusetts, to get over 60 agent applications in the first 30 days. It allowed David Salazar, our client in Salt Lake City, Utah, to scale and hire 50 plus agents with our program and 7 agents every single month. It would allowed Rob Ross, our client in Southern California, to increase his annual revenue by $100,000 by just hiring 3 agents off Indeed, a $10 million agent, a $7 million agent, as well as $4 million agent. It's what allowed Billy Bolden, our client from Ozarks in a very, very small MLS, to become the fastest growing brokerage in his market and add 12 listings to his brokerage in less than a month. These are all brokerage owners who started with 10 to 20 agents and sometimes less, and were able to scale through consistently getting more agents on board. Again, more agents equals more revenue, and the 3 proven recruiting models is your solution. So you're no longer an agent or transactions away from closing doors or going back to your production. I've experienced this when starting my own brokerage, and it used to keep me at night all the time. I tried offering more tools, more training to my agents to get them to produce more, even though it's completely out of my control. The agents, for the most part, will not respond. Now, I never have to worry about going back into the production or wondering if my brokerage is going to make it, because the 3 recruiting models allow us to grow consistently. Plus, you're much more profitable. It's common in our industry to turn to your current agents and ask yourself, how can I get more agents to produce more? Or how can I get more agents to join me? Or how can I make sure that my recruiting CRM dialed in so I can attract more agents? It's how. It's not about how a lot of times, it's about who. You see, the shortcut to success, or at least one of the shortcuts to success, is not how you try to do everything yourself. It's about who you can work with or be in a room with that have done what you're trying to do. And here's what happens most of the time. When we try to do it ourselves, it's maybe not one of our core competency. And because of that, we may not be consistently bringing agents into our company. So the 3 proven recruiting models uses a different type of recruiting that generates new talent to your brokerage. It allows us consistently get in front of more agents and bring them on board. You compare that to the 82% of the brokerages out there that have 7 or less agents, and it allows you to consistently grow your agent count much, much, much faster. We have dozens of agents raising their hand to learn more about our brokerage, which I created through these recruiting models 3.5 years ago. Then they can become agent opportunities. Opportunities become meetings, and meetings become more agents joining for about 10 hours of work. And that's exactly what I do. I have something that grows on its own and generates agent hires consistently. Now, this is so critical. And one of the key differences between the 3 proven recruiting models and cold calling or referrals. It is the lifeblood of your brokerage. And let's be honest, we have no desire to go out there and sell 100 homes per year personally. But without agents selling for your brokerage, someone has to bring in those transactions, which is why these proven recruiting models are so powerful. It goes from 1 agent selling 1 home per month to 50, possibly 100 agents selling 50 homes per month on your brokerage behalf. Your revenue is increasing while you focus on the business versus being inside of your business and wearing multiple hats. Let me address a few concerns you may have around leveraging these three proven recruiting models in your business. One of the most common questions we get is like, what if I don't have the onboarding automated to hire agents at scale? So the traditional way of onboarding is manual and it takes time. You lose track where each agent is at. You can make every first experience of agents joining your brokerage a bad impression. Trust me, I've been there before where agents expected X, and because of our lack of automations and things were just falling through the cracks, they got Y. And because of that, some of them actually left in the first couple of weeks. So what we have done with our systems, we created automated onboarding system that's 90 to 95% automated that allows us to hire 10 plus agents a month. Now, to our brokerage owners and team leaders can increase the agent hires without worrying about agents falling through the cracks and without lifting their finger. Now, I wouldn't say lifting their finger. What I'm saying is the fact that most of the systems that we have created on the onboarding side is automated. It's not manual anymore. So we systemized onboarding to where it can be tracked through automation and broken down to checklists and tools to make sure that each agent is having an exceptional experience. The next question we get is, how will I have time to nurture all of these agents that end up in my pipeline? Well, there's that old saying, the money is in follow-up, right? So what we have done is we have built over 360 days of email as well as text automations to make sure that you stay on top of the agents. We also created evergreen content, video content that will be put in front of your prospects through social media and email, and it's going to be on the autopilot. So over time, you'll hire more and more agents who are in your ecosystem. Every single thing that we have in the agent attraction models, we have in place. Now, the next question after that is like, can I just keep doing what I'm doing? Yes. If whatever you're doing is working, by all means, keep doing it. If you're recruiting agents through cold calling, that's perfectly fine. If you're getting agents through referral network, word of mouth, other agents, absolutely keep doing that. But if you really truly want to scale your business, and this is just from my experience doing this, I hired over 300 plus agents the last 3.5 years. You probably want to find the most streamlined way to get in front of more agents. Recruiting more talent is the only thing that will last, and it's the only thing that as a business owner that will create a sellable asset. Someday you will want to retire. Someday you want to probably call it quits. We all probably going to get there eventually, but you'll be able to happy to spend the extra time that you're using right now in attracting these agents. So eventually you can either sell this business or pass it along to your kids or the grandkids. You'll be recruiting more agents than your local competitors while increasing the number of transactions month after month. So I'll spend the rest of my time here explaining how the process works, how quickly you can start seeing results, what you'll get working with us. First of all, I cannot stress this enough. There's not just one thing that makes three proven recruiting models work. It's not about just recruiting agents and having more opportunities. It's a system. All the pieces allowed me to hire 300 plus agents, work together in a puzzle, like building a house. Even one missing piece or without the proper foundation, it could lead to a disaster. It could easily take thousands of hours if you try to piece this together, all right, on your own. Not to mention, you never built it before, so you don't even know what the success looks like. This is my life's work. After testing dozens of different recruiting systems, changing multiple agent offers and infrastructure, and working with 100 plus clients, we boiled this process down to the exact science. Second of all, this is not a course or just a coaching program. We're not just trying to share with you the information. This is done for you agent attraction system program, where we actually roll up our sleeves and work with you in making sure that you're getting in front of more and more agents on a monthly basis. We are licensing out you a system that has generated over 1,000 agent opportunities across the nation and helping you install that system in your business. We'll also assign you to a client success manager and be inside a private community with you and your team, answering questions, delivering assets, and optimizing your recruiting process. Our team of experts does most of the heavy lifting for you, building, structuring, and connecting the recruiting models, piecing it all together, and reviewing before we go live. And here's how our process works. And this is going to happen during the onboarding process initially. First, we're going to optimize your offer using our IAP, Ideal Agent Profile, and Agent Offer Clarity Breakdown. Make it irresistible to your market. I see this quite a bit with our clients, initially at least, is where they don't really truly know the type of an agent that they want to focus on, number one. And even if they do, their offer is not really compelling enough. It's not really truly resonating with that agent. So we're going to sit down with you and we're going to figure out who's your ideal agent profile is, and then we're going to help you to either create or refine your existing compelling agent offer. So you're going to be able to attract more agents and provide more value to that agent while having our system to make your services simpler and less time to fulfill, which ultimately means you will bring more revenue with less work chasing and start to separate yourself from your competition. Now, we do this because it builds the foundation for every other step that allows us to scale your brokerage and have you compete with your top competitors. We then license out our playbooks to you guys, all right? And within these playbooks, we have 4 areas that we focus on, okay? Playbook number 1, part of the MDB platform, is recruiting models. These are done for your recruiting systems that we currently use when it comes to our clients. We have over 100 plus clients that we work with. On average, they bring 4 to 5 agents every single month. These are done for you. And this is something that we're going to be able to deploy for your organization as well. Now, the second playbook is the SaaS platform. It's the same platform that we have been using that runs about 70% of our business right now. And here's what it does. It helps with the lead generation for the agents, okay? It does agent attraction, agent recruiting, agent onboarding, agent training. We have a built-in learning management platform that has all of the courses that are available for agents to learn on demand, as well as agent offboarding. All of that is going to be available to you guys as a private label or white label solution specifically for your brokerage. The third playbook is all about coaching. It's all about masterminding and accountability. Now, we're going to align you with one of our success managers that will work with you in making sure that all of these systems are deploying in a timely manner and you're getting results and wins as quickly as possible. The masterminds, we hold them every single Thursday. And in these masterminds, we have brokerage owners that have a handful of agents, as big as 400, 500, 600, 700 agents. And we focus on 4 areas of the business growth. That's agent recruiting, agent development, agent retention, as well as additional revenue drivers. And that's the 4th playbook. This is where we come in and help you to set up your mortgage, your title, property management, insurance. These are all vertical businesses or ancillary businesses that are so much more important right now, especially in the lieu of the NAR ruling that happened a week and a half ago. We want to make sure that we maximize what we are currently generating with our real estate brokerage that will then spit out the opportunities for other verticals that we are owners in as well. Okay. Now, we only work with brokerage owners and team leaders who are like committed in hiring agents, right? Whether it's 4 agents, 5 agents, 10 agents, 15 agents, you have to be serious about growing your brokerage through people. And that means agents, right? So if that's you, we look forward to learn more about your business. More importantly, we want to know more about what's working, what's not working, and see if our program can actually help you to bridge that gap, right? Make sure you come to the call prepared so we can share how we can install these done for your recruiting models directly into your business. We can only work with a limited number of clients a month. So please don't wait. And if this is something that you see we can help you with, make sure you book a call below, okay? Now, I can't wait to have a detailed conversation with you guys or one of my team members and share with you exactly how we can help you with our 3-point recruiting systems to help you grow and scale your business in 2024 and beyond. Talk to you on a call.